Hi, this is Lorraine, and I've been guided to create another video. If you'll give me a minute to clear, center, and balance my energy, we'll get started. Well, I already know where I want to start this video. I've been feeling intense fatigue, like overwhelming fatigue. The last time I felt this way was February and March of 2020. It lasted about 3 months. And although I was sleeping through the night, I still felt like I needed to take a nap. So I was taking 1 to 2 hour naps 3 times a day, literally. Not figuratively, literally. And I'm not somebody who sleeps through the night either. Since I was a child, a very small child, I've always woken up in the middle of the night. So the fact that I was sleeping through the night and still needing to take naps during the day, 3 for 1 hour to 2 hours each time, told me a lot. So I figured there's a lot of information coming in, even though I wasn't remembering all of it, and there was something happening energetically. And then of course we know what happened February and March of 2020, and then what happened after. So I really wasn't aware in the moment, and that was actually when I started doing videos also. But now, like I said, looking back, hindsight's 2020, and I understand what was happening, the shift that was happening, or the attempted shift. I think that's better, an attempted shift, an attempted takeover of the shift. Right now, I've been feeling the same thing probably since February. I know there's a lot of planetary things going on and so on, but right now I feel what I'm going through is a result of the shift that we are experiencing. And this is very deep in my bones. I'm not sleeping, whereas before I was sleeping and still feeling fatigue. I'm not sleeping. I'm up every night in the middle of the night for hours. During the day, I don't have time to take naps, so I'm feeling intense fatigue. And I feel like it's definitely because of the shift, but we're not shifting into an unbalanced state. It's the contrary, it's the opposite. Now this positive balance energy is taking over. So it's literally a 180 that we're doing. And so what came to me today was, just like the magnetic field, the magnetic North Pole is shifting, so is the flow of energy. The flow of energy is shifting intensely, and that is why I'm having this intense emotional, I'm going to say distress. It's been very, very overwhelming. And I'm saying that for 2 reasons. I'm saying that because if you're feeling the same way, you're not alone. It's not permanent, it's temporary. And the second thing is, I wanted to say, or the second reason why I'm talking about this, is because I am far from perfect. I worked very hard to maintain clear, centered, and balanced energy, and I'm very committed to my path and purpose. I'm very committed to the divine consciousness. I'm very committed to my journey. And even with that, I'm feeling, I don't want to say stress, I'm feeling fatigue. It's intense fatigue. And so I've been asking, I've been like, when is the shift going to happen? And I know I've had a few people on this channel in the comments ask the same thing, or share their frustration. And I have those moments also. And so I was asking, when is this shift going to happen? This is becoming more than I can take. But that's a metaphor. That's not true. Like, I made my peace. I made my peace with the divine. I made my peace with this process, with my path and purpose, with this transition. I already said whatever it takes, I will endure. But nevertheless, even with that, I have my moments where I'm like, please help me. Please help me with this shift. Please help me with my emotional body. Please help me maintain a balanced consciousness. Help me, help me, help me. I am willing to do whatever I need to do, but right now I need help. So when I asked, when will the shift happen? The response was, presently we are amidst the shift. And I said, well, when will the shift take place? And the answer was, when does spring begin? As winter ends, we gently transition into spring. There is no one day that says spring has arrived. It is the blossoms on the trees, the sun clear in the sky, the weather bright and crisp, the revelation of new life as cubs come out of their dens with their mothers. Birds' nests chirp with new life. Flowers begin to blossom. The green grass is a brighter green. The waterfalls fill and fall. The rivers rise. These are the signs of spring. Soon we will begin to see the signs of spring. So that last part, soon we will begin to see the signs of spring, means soon we will begin to see the signs of the transition. So it will be synchronicities, signs, something, events will start to happen that show us that this transition is happening. It's not just any one moment. It's not one date on the calendar. It is happening now. And soon we'll see the signs of it. The next thing that came in was an extension of the discussion on light and mass, and how light doesn't have mass, so it's not bound by time. And as I was thinking about that, the message came in that we are all light. So every particle of energy carries light. It carries the light of the divine consciousness. Every particle of energy. That means all energy carries consciousness in it, whether it's the table, my couch, me, personally, my physical body, and every cell within this body. Everything carries consciousness. Everything carries the divine light. So mass is merely a construct of this universe. Mass is a perception. We are all light. We are all eternal. We are all divine. So it's really important. It's really important to understand these concepts or ideas so we can break out of them. So we know that this is just a construct to help us understand things from a different perspective. But we are not bound by that. That is the biggest message that came out of that information about we are all light. We are all divine. And we are not bound by the ideas or the constructs of this world. It's our belief that we're bound by it that keeps us here. In this place, whether it's in the 3D, the 5D, whatever it is. It's our perception of that belief or that paradigm that keeps us where we are or helps us to move on. And that is so important to understand as we transcend. There's so much misinformation and disinformation. And so the greatest thing you can do is tap into your intuition, discern that information, accept or receive whatever resonates, and let go of everything else. But you must do it from a balanced place. Because once you allow fear, anxiety, or even elation on the other side, right, to control your perception of your reality, you can either find yourself in a dark, abysmal place, Or you can find yourself completely disconnected from reality because you're living in this fantasy of everything's perfect, right? It's very important to work towards being balanced. And what is balanced for me and what is balanced for you is unique. But when we determine what that is, our truth, then we can move forward from that place. Nothing overrides my intuition. Nothing overrides my intuition. Another thing that's very important, that is part of my truth, and I'm sharing this with you, is that Earth is a healing planet. It's a planet of transition and initiation. We are meant to reconcile whatever needs to be reconciled, find our way to a centered consciousness, clear, centered, and balanced energy. And from that place, we open ourselves up to expansion, transition, transcendence. And that is why this supreme, in past videos I talked about that supreme ruler who is actually the person or the being that is overseeing what is happening on this planet. That energy does not ever come to this planet because this planet is so profound as far as a healing world, a transitional world, a world of initiation, that it won't come here because we will transition that energy. We will start shifting it to a balanced place. And it does not want that. Same thing with if you're open to the secret space program or that whole, people will say, conspiracy idea or theory, the Alpha Draco. I don't want to get into detail about that, but the Alpha Draco are supposed to have many nanites, AI nanites within them. They're supposed to be infested with them. And that is to help them maintain a low vibration. They want to stay in control. They want to stay in the 3D. And that is why they're infested. They come onto this world and they need assistive technology to help them maintain a low vibration. Because that is how powerful this world is. And people need to know that. From my perspective, people need to know that and need to understand that. We are not victims. We are powerful, powerful beings in this universe. And we are here to not only transition this world, but to transition the universe as a whole, to transition divinity, the consciousness of divinity. I've had very strong visions of those waves of energy coming off the planet, and that is from our consciousness, our collective consciousness, even as broken and bloodied as we are. I see those constructive interference waves coming off our planet. And as we heal, we are affecting the rest of the universe. We are not victims. This is not a place where you send low vibrational energies. The message that comes into me is that everybody comes here to transition. Everybody has the best of intentions to transition. But many people get stuck in old patterns of behavior. They have the best of intentions to find their way to balance on this world, because if they can do that, they've overcome a huge milestone in their lives. Or they've achieved a huge milestone in their lives. They've overcome a huge roadblock in their lives, in their lifetimes. But people come to this world to transition, and not everybody succeeds. But this is a profound world of change, of initiation and transition. Any unbalanced energy that comes to this world wants to transition They want to find balance. But they find themselves stuck in this 3D mindset. They find themselves stuck. And there are very powerful energies on this world that choose to come to this world. They choose to come to this world to help these beings, these consciousnesses, these fractals, these pieces of the divine to transition. We are all part of a whole. Even the most unbalanced energy is divine consciousness energy. And it behooves us to help that energy transition. There are many powerful energies in this universe, pieces of the divine, that choose to come here to help these beings, these energies heal. We're not stuck. We're not stuck. We know what we're doing, and we choose it. We choose to come here. That's how powerful we are. And that's what I need you to know. And that's what I need you to believe. We're not stuck. We're not trapped. Nobody's keeping me here. I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. And I will fulfill that purpose. So find your center. Find your place. Know your path and walk it. Because you're here for a reason. And you are powerful. You are a powerful being. And as broken and as bloodied as you are, or as you feel, you're not here because you're weak. You're here because you have something to do. Remember that. Even on your worst days, and I've had some rough days these last few months, even on the worst days, I know that I have something to do. And no matter how steep that mountain is, I keep climbing. I won't stop. So I encourage you to find your way. Find your strength and tap into it, because it's there. There's a well of abundance within you waiting for you to tap into it. Okay, give me a minute. Let me see if anything else comes in. Okay, that's it. Thank you.